So, who is the Palak and Mehak woman?
Palak and Mehak woman is statement making. Her life is her runway.
So, how do we keep emotions and business separate when you're building with your sister?
Biggest blessing to have a system. कल argument हुआ है. Next day reset and move on, bro. We really found a gap in the market where you could 29th or 30th day from the idea, the website was out and it was out in the market.
Wow. That's like a dream project for anybody.
Jaipur gave me the roots. Delhi gave me exposure. The work ethic that I learned in Bombay is unmatched. Every city has its own fashion language. If you want to survive in the Indian market, you have to be on your toes. You need to sell what people love, not what you think. I have been a founder member of Flow since 14 years now. Flow gave me my identity in Bangalore, Deepa. We touched almost 70 lakhs, first time in the history of Flow. So the way we positioned Flow Bangalore, right, as a luxury community empowering organization.
If you were to expand or scale in the next few years, what kind of foundation are you laying today?
So the three factors I feel is invest in a good team, have your numbers very correctly and build on them, and keep scaling every year.
Jaipur or Bangalore?
Jaipur, Bangalore, Bombay, Goa.
What instantly puts you in a good mood?
Punjabi music.
Hi, Flow Bengaluru presents Beyond the Bio. I am Deepa Reddy and this is a new episode from Fabric to Fellowship, proudly presented by Sahasra Property Capital because they believe, like we do, that the most important investment you can make is in how you live, think and lead. This is where it gets real. Today's conversation is all about pivots, the kind that require courage, the kind that redefines you, and are the kind that happens when you stop waiting for permission and start building your own path. My guest today is someone I've had the privilege of knowing through Flow, someone whose journey has been anything but linear, from growing up in a garment export family in Jaipur to corporate life in Mumbai, from co-founding a luxury pret label with her sister called Palak and Mehak as one of the youngest chairperson of Fiki Flow Bengaluru chapter in 2023. She's lived what most of us only imagine. Hi Mehak, welcome to Beyond the Bio.
Thank you, Deepa. Thank you so much.
So, in conversation with you, it has been such a great year for me. Me becoming the chair and knowing you as a youngest chair of Flow for us. So, and now having the very first podcast with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deepa. First of all, huge congratulations on becoming the chairperson of Flow Bangalore chapter.
Thank you, but still I wanted to match your vibe, so that's why here I am trying to match you. So growing up in a garment export family, surrounded by fabrics and prints, when did you realize fashion wasn't just your background, but actually a part of you?
Well, that's a beautiful way to start this conversation, Deepa. And, when you are identifying your passion, I think you really need to look back to what your true love is. And for my sister and I, for Palak and I, in fact, our brother also, we have a younger brother, Siddharth, and all our cousins, we have grown up in these garment factories. You know, my uncle had a factory, my aunt and my father. They lost their father at a very young age. They moved to Jaipur from a small town in Punjab and completely self-made started this business, which is now 45 years old. And I remember me, my cousins, my siblings, all in these garment factories in our summer holidays, actually rolling down in prints. Like we knew Malmal, we knew crepe, we knew Chanderi, we knew Lurex. And, actually when my mother would be busy, she would send us to the office with our father and we would be sitting there and sketching designs and drawings. Like a lot of our holidays were spent in office. So I knew that this is what I love. You know, it's actually in our blood. It's in my blood. Fashion, fabric, style, colors. And then the beauty was that we were living in this beautiful city of Jaipur, where it all got amplified, the culture, the history, the arts. You know, there was color all around us. There were beauty all around us. Bandhani, Lehariya, Gotapatti. My mother also loved her fashion. I was surrounded by very strong women and who really loved their fashion. I went to the Maharani Gayatri Devi Girls' School, and if you meet girls from our school, they will still be draping their sari like how the Rajputs do,
The
right?
Maharanis do, basically.
Yeah, like how Maharani Gayatri Devi would do. Like she would visit our school almost every day. She would be in her lovely chiffon saris, her beautiful pearl string, her lovely blunt cut hair with a nice nude lipstick, and big sunglasses. So that was like, okay, this is fashion. And it got really seeped into our system in work, thanks to our parents. So I knew that this is what I love. And secondly, one thing that played a big role in our journey of identifying fashion and style was the travel. So, our parents exposed us to domestic and international travel very early on. And I'm extremely grateful to them for that power they have given us to travel the world, travel the country without any fear. You know, he sent me on my first bus ride from Jaipur to Delhi at the age of 13, all by myself, because my mother was visiting her parents. I was in Jaipur doing some tuitions, etc., and I was really missing her. He put me on the bus. He said, "Go, no problem, go, you'll be fine." And then at the age of 17, Deepa, my father has sent me, my sister Palak, and my brother Siddharth on a world trip like UK, USA, Canada. And I have taken these two siblings of mine and traveled all alone, these three countries. And he said, "Go, learn." I turned 18 on the train from USA to Canada. Turned 18, and the police was asking me, like, "How are you traveling alone?" I said, "No, sir, I just turned 18. I can travel alone and look after them." That lesson, those life skills, and the style and fashion that you see when you travel is unmatched. No college or education can give you that exposure. Every city has its own fashion language, a style quotient, a statement that every woman is making. I think that is the biggest learning for a fashion lover. My parents are Punjabis by community, and we grew up in Rajasthan. I think that's a mix of the royal and the Punjabi blood, like brave, like जाओ बेटे देखो कुछ नहीं होता, you know,
But
डरने की
how
बात
many
नहीं
actually
है.
does it, right?
Yeah,
you know?
so that attitude my parents have instilled in all three of us, that डरना नहीं है, go for it.
So then I think this question about whether Jaipur, Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, which city shaped you is not a relevant question to me, because your life itself has shaped you a lot, and but still. So what was your different vision? Which city taught you anything for that matter? Like,
Jaipur gave me the roots. Jaipur gave me the grounding. Jaipur gave me the solid upbringing that I have, and that warmth. You know, you have experienced Rajasthan hospitality, you've experienced the Jaipur warmth. No other state, no other city offers you that warmth, and it's imbibed in my system. And all of us who come from Rajasthan, from Jaipur, it's just a part of our DNA, right? Delhi gave me exposure, Deepa, like street smartness, traveling by local transport, taking the local bus, taking the metro, life skills, you know, ordering my grocery, ordering food, living with friends, how to be smart, how to get my way done. More than the education at Delhi University, which of course was fantastic. Coming to Bombay, you know, the concept of manifestation, I think I learned when I was doing my MBA. First of all, I really credit my MBA. I think it was the most life changing educational course that I have done. That's where I identified my passion for sales and marketing as a career, that this is what I want to pursue. And the moment I identified that, I was very clear, I don't know why, that I will start my professional journey only in Bombay. Luckily, that happened. I got placed with NDTV Sales, doing the sales for NDTV Good Times, the lifestyle channel. And Bombay is an energy, Deepa.
it is.
Right?
That is a vibe, to be
It's
very
a
frank.
vibe. It's hustle. It's discipline. It's punctuality. It's that crazy drive to achieve everything with a smile on your face.
And I think very straightforward.
The work ethic that I learned in Bombay is unmatched. Finally, I moved to Bangalore 14 years ago after getting
Welcome
married.
to Namma Bengaluru.
Thank you so much. Bangalore is where I have come into my own. amount of self-awareness I have achieved in Bangalore because of the beautiful pace, the beautiful balance, the welcoming people who will chill with you when you need to, but you also have to have a lot of silent moments in this city when you're just on your own, under the trees, walking around. So, to get to know myself has come in Bangalore. So, what I am as Mehak and what I want out of my life, that Bangalore has done for me.
So, with all this, we've all gone through COVID and this and that. And then I get to know that the idea of Palak and Mehak was born during COVID. So, what sparked it? How did you know that this was the business you had to build? I mean, yes, with giving your background, but why did you think that making it into a brand was most important today?
So, Deepa, we've known each other for a decade now, and beautiful memories of that fashion show at Taj Westin. We wore our lovely jewelry in our white saris and we walked the ramp. And I'm so glad to have found a friend in you, Deepa, and a trusted partner. So, thanks to Fiki Flow for
Yes,
getting
we
us
really
together.
have to thank Fiki Flow for this.
So many beautiful friends. We have Madam Subhashini here. So many people. It's thanks to this platform
100%.
that you and I have come together. Idea of business. I'm going to be really straightforward here. Once I got married, I stopped working. I was chilling, traveling, holidaying. Then I had Anahita when I was 30. And 2.5 years later, I had my second one, Nihira, when I was touching 33. I took a beautiful 5-year-long break from work. I enjoyed it tremendously. Like, I embraced motherhood. I think motherhood gave me wings. It just opened something in my personality. We would go out. I would take Anahita out everywhere. She took 35 flights in her first year of birth.
We witnessed it.
Yes. I was like, motherhood is, of course, a grounding factor in a woman's life, but it's also given me a beautiful dimension that I didn't know existed.
So beautiful.
Nihira turned 2. We went to Jaipur because, to visit my parents. My sister Palak was married by this time and settled in Delhi. She also came down. By this time, I was feeling that void in my life that, where is my purpose? So we were in COVID and we were in Jaipur. Palak and I were talking and she said, see, Nanu Didi, that's what she calls me. Our love is fashion, okay? Like, we've grown up in that. That's in our blood. Love is fashion. So I'm like, what is our love? We will only work for that because only then we can give 100% and do justice to our careers. Diwali was approaching 2 months down the line. We really found a gap in the market where you could order beautiful fuss-free festive wear online for COVID. And everybody wanted to dress up for that Diwali because it was so gloomy and grey.
Right.
And, I was like, Chutki, we call her Chutki. You don't want to just wear a simple cotton kurta for your Diwali Diwali celebration at home. You want something dressy, but you want it to be fuss-free. Like, you should be able to sit down, get up, put a dupatta if you want to, or just leave it away. And we are sitting in Jaipur. We have Gotapatti, we have Lehriya, we have Bandhani. Where is the contemporary take on all that? So we felt that there is still a gap in that very exciting price point of luxury pret, fuss-free festive wear. And online Instagram was starting to become big. So Palak and I were like, why shouldn't we use this platform to build a brand? Deepa, it was a, light bulb moment. We thought about it and next day we were at it. Within 10 days, we had finalized and put in production our first collection of 45 pieces. And within 3 weeks, we had shot it at a beautiful Haveli Hotel of Jaipur. And I think 29th or 30th day from the idea, the website was out and it was out in the market.
Wow. That's like a dream project for anybody, Mehak, because 30 days, I know, I also built one online platform. It really took me almost 6 months for me to bring it to light, to understand and to see. And I still remember, but this is amazing. That's something that as young as you and your sister who have really tried very hard. So, so you and Palak have clearly defined roles, production and sales. So how do we keep emotions and business separate when you're building with your sister?
Initially, it was a challenge
Okay.
because emotions would spill into work and disagreements happen. But I think, first of all, it's the life's biggest blessing to have a sister.
I agree with you.
It's the life's biggest blessing to have a sister. We now have very clearly defined roles. Palak is completely in charge of production, finances, and operations. And I am in charge of sales, marketing, and design. And when the disagreements happen, we do have arguments. But the beauty of sisters is next day we are back. Everything is forgotten. Everything is forgotten, and we are back to doing khaga kiki and what are the kids doing, and okay, let's get on a work call. So that's the beauty of being, partners with your sister. Very important life skill and trait our parents have taught us, which is reset. कल आर्ग्यूमेंट हुआ है, किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया, ये हो गया, नेक्स्ट डे रीसेट एंड मूव ऑन ब्रो. लाइक स्टॉप मिल्किंग that problem, whether it's with your sister, your business partner, your spouse, your children, your staff at home, your friends, anybody for that matter. हो गया तो हो गया. Next day is a fresh day. Move on.
But see, Mehak, that's the biggest gift you have got, because only then anything can progress in life. Because as you said, when we get stranded over emotions, over things, or like, oh, she said that, why would she say that? But as a family, especially a sister, even though you all have arguments, it's only for bettering something.
Absolutely.
The ego clashes should never happen. And your parents have said it in a very nice way of saying, Khatam karo, move forward.
Absolutely.
That is why you grow. So from 0 to over 1,000 clients, wow. Worldwide, what were the biggest turning points in your journey?
Yes, we have dressed so many clients worldwide and completely grateful to the team we have and the faith that the clients have put in us. I'll give you both turning points, positive and negative. Positive, definitely. The social media game has really worked for us. And when top celebrities or influencers wear our garments, like Masoom Meenawala is known for her support Indian designer, concept. So we sent her a couple of our outfits from the first collection, and she was kind enough to wear it for Holi. And she's such a sharp businesswoman and yet so empowering, Deepa, right? And then last year, again for Diwali, she was doing the series. We sent her our new collection, and we are smart about it. And I asked her team that, is it okay if I can send a couple of goodies for her beautiful daughter? And she was kind enough to make her child also wear a Palak and Mehak garment. She herself wore it for her Choti Diwali ki puja. That was a turning point in our social media game and orders. Next, I think when Twinkle Khanna came as a guest in my Fiki year, and of course, we give gifts to all our speakers, and I just gave her a cute hamper from Palak and Mehak with some 2-3 outfits. Next thing I know, at Diwali, she's worn one of our outfits. Early in the morning, I'm getting calls that Twinkle Khanna is wearing your outfit. How much does she charge? What's the commercials? I said, she's so sweet. I just gifted her some outfits and she's worn it for her, again, Diwali celebration. Those two were big turning points. And of course, there are lows also when the lean periods, exam time, when the mothers are not shopping.
We all go through that. 100%.
Right?
We all
So
go
that
through it. Yes.
exam time is not a good time for us because the mamas are not shopping. Or when you are traveling abroad and we are traveling abroad and spending our money at brands outside. So those lean periods, we feel a bit jittery, but good jitters. That motivates us even more to work harder. That, okay, we have to achieve our sales target. This was our sales or turnover last year. This is what we want to achieve this year. So even the low moment has its way of pushing us. Our designers are going worldwide. Look at Sabyasachi, look at Manish Malhotra, Anamika Khanna. Anokhi from Jaipur is very, very popular worldwide, as you said. And also, just adding to this, the value of being brought up in Jaipur, I think I realized it only after moving to Bangalore. You know, when the world tells you that, wow, you're from Jaipur, it's one of the most beautiful cities
It
of the
is.
country.
It
And
is.
when I visit back now with my children, and they're like, wow, mama, there are palaces on the streets. Like wherever you go, there is a palace. You go for a party or you're going to Ashok Club for a swim, you will see the prince of the city, you'll see the queen. And they're like, wow, we've grown up with royalty. So that's seeped in now that I come from one of the most historical, beautiful cities of the world.
So, who is the Palak and Mehak woman? What does she want and why does she keep coming back?
Palak and Mehak woman is very confident. She prioritizes herself. She knows what she loves. And the most important thing is Palak and Mehak woman is statement making. Her life is her runway. She will not lose any opportunity to make a statement with her fashion while keeping it fuss free, luxury, and not necessarily burning a hole in your pocket. That's the Palak and Mehak woman.
Amazing. So, there are so many brands, right? We all know. I mean, today, because of the digital space, every day you just have to click on something and then the algorithm just starts sending you hundreds, and you're like, oh, where did all this pop up? So, how has that been a challenge for you, or has it been a challenge for you, or you know your game?
Well, there are both sides to it, Deepa, but can I be honest with you? I love Instagram. I love social media. We have the social media queen with us, who's your podcast queen as well. I really love social media. I think you can build a business, you can build a personal brand, you can build a story if you use social media well. And you know, you can absolutely segregate personal life and business life if you wish to. If you wish to show your personal life, you can. If you want to keep it completely private and just focus on yourself and the brand, you can do it. And social media has helped us tremendously. There is competition. Of course, there is competition, but it's very healthy competition. I mean, look at where we are in India. I think one of the finest places to shop in the world is India now. Any category, you know, it could be activewear, it could be festive, it could be luxury pret, it could be Western resort. Indian homegrown brands and budding designers are killing it. And I love that. See, that's a lovely growing economy. And if the economy is doing well for everyone, it's bound to do well for us. You just need to be your authentic self. You need to solve a problem and you find your own niche. And I think it's great competition because competition keeps you on your toes to do well. If you want to survive in the Indian market, you have to be on your toes. And the biggest learning that social media has taught us is that you need to sell what people love, not what you think they will love or only what you really like to wear. No, you have to understand your client and sell them what they love. And Instagram, in 1 second, the client will message you, you know, this is the problem, this is what I want, feedback. You take that feedback constructively. Which other platform will give you that, right?
That's true. I mean, the fact that you're ready to take criticism, ready to grow on it, I think that is again a very big thing for a woman who is in a business to take that criticism, to take the compliments and use it in the right way, and to also, make sure that you're not only taking praise but also taking constructive criticism to challenge your brand and make it look better. That's one of the finest qualities of a businesswoman.
See, Deepa, you also run a business in the retail space. You know, I tell my team always customer is the king.
Always.
Customer
Yes.
is the king.
Yes.
And the customer coming back to you repeatedly is a business win. And when will they come back to us repeatedly? If we take their feedback positively. If we listen to their problems, if we understand the problems and provide the solutions, only then they will come back to us, and customer is the king. My team will sometimes, argue with me, ma'am, but measurement ये दिया था, अब वो बोल रही हैं ऐसे करो वैसे करो. I said, customer is the king. तुमको 5 बार भी alter करके भेजना है, हम भेजेंगे. Ultimately, my client should be happy when she's wearing a Palak and Mehak garment. That's all.
So we'll come back to Flow a little bit. So, as the youngest to lead Flow Bangalore, how did you redefine what modern leadership looks like for women? But Mehak, I have to tell you, I think your year was one of the most celebrated, most remembered. And I think each chair came after that were only remembered or were only compared to like, is it going to be like Mehak's? I
Deepa, you're
know.
too kind.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, not for any other reason, because the youth, the young, sometimes as women, we generally tend to forget the youth. We forget that, they are looking for something else. And we are always looking at this is the way you have to be. And, we very conditioned way of living lives and
Right.
bringing up whatever. Because you showed what flow can be at that time, it can also be fun. It can also be a learning experience. It can be something that you can take it with you if you really empower the other. So a lot of women joined Flow, and Flow even today for us to approach to people is nicer because we have something to promote. So how was it? How was Flow for you? How was
First
being
of all,
a waiter?
Deepa, thank you so much for your kind words. You're a gracious, warm person, and I really appreciate what you said. Number one, it was teamwork. I was so glad that you were my sponsorship head, Deepa, and we changed the game. Like, all due respect to all the chairs, everybody puts in their best, but I think we tripled the sum
Yes.
of what we had received. We touched almost 70 lakhs. First time in the history of Flow. That was you, Deepa, and your team, right? Because you have such relationships, you have such a position, and you have such a network that you could get me that kind of money. I think that
Thanks
was a
to all
game
my
changer.
friends. Yes.
Yeah, and your relationships, right? It is all the team. Then, we have Subhashini here. The social media game, we turned it around, Deepa.
That's very important.
Like,
Yes.
we turned it around, right? Because I think that's the benefit of youth, if I may say so myself. Uh, what happened was that I have been a founder member of Flow since 14 years now. Flow gave me my identity in Bangalore, Deepa. I'm going to be completely honest about it. When I moved to Bangalore, I had zero friends, no family of my own, no network. And Indians thrive in a community, right?
Yes, they do.
Indians thrive in a community. And here, Flo was starting the Bangalore chapter. My mother was a part of it in Jaipur. She said, "Bete, ye join kar lo, thode friends hi ban jayenge." That was the goal, right?
Yeah.
And that time, it was just two of us who were like really young, below 30. We joined it. But Flo gave me my friends, my network, my identity. So when the role was offered to me and when I took it up, I knew it was a privilege and honor to be the chairperson for Flow Bangalore. And I just wanted to turn the game around.
Which you did, Meg. Really,
Just-
you did.
Complete credit to all the chairs, but the energy, I felt that energy was missing. That young, fun, happy energy. I wanted people to come for events. I wanted everybody to look nice, dress their best. I wanted the WhatsApp to crash. Event हो तो ऐसा हो कि भाई WhatsApp ही crash हो गया.
And ho gaya.
Yeah.
Actually, it did.
So I gave it my best. It was literally, and Deepa, you're going to feel it this year. It was my baby for that 1 year.
No, it was.
And if you treat it like a baby, you give it your best. It was literally like raising a baby how I want to raise it, with energy, with happiness, with positivity, with warmth, with relatability, and big statement making events and glamour. That's what I had, a very clear vision of what I wanted. And thanks to the team, it was one of the most path-breaking, happiest years of my life.
No, 100%. Indeed, I tell people, obviously people outside, they have their own opinions. Oh, flow is this, flow is. I always tell them, it is what you see.
Absolutely.
If you look at it and think it is like this one, it's just this, people gossip, that's all you can see. But if you see beyond
true.
all that
Yeah,
and see it as a powerful institution or a
absolutely.
powerful forum where I can learn and where you made learning fun, where you made learning glamorous. So that was you, but still there was a lot of meaning and learning there. So if a person looks at these places as a learning experience, you will not complain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yes, thanks for that, Your. My wake up call is no more my alarm, but the messages that start ringing. So I know. But how did you feel? How was it? Did you feel very like it was quite tough at times? Did you start with, being like, what am I doing? Was your vision what you thought? Was it did it come into light as soon as you thought of it, or you felt like, okay, I'll take it one day at a time and then see where it goes? How was it? What did you feel?
Deepa, it felt magical. And I don't say it with any, uh, you know, just to say it for the heck of it. But I knew that if, as I said, it's a privilege that I'm getting. And me as a personality, as a personality, whatever role I take up, I am completely in or completely out. I can't do mediocre, half hearted work. I had a very clear vision. I had made a list that I had manifested that I want one top politician, one actress, one business person, health, fashion, music, arts. I want like the top speakers of each category so that our members can extract the maximum learning out of each event. And that list went exactly how I had planned.
You
Right.
did. I think every time anybody came, your statement was, I manifested this
Yes,
person.
that manifestation game, the team manifested with me. No, never did I felt overwhelmed by it. I loved every minute of it. Only when we were planning our retreat, you know, only that was one day when I cried tears to Payal and Divya, because that was the only moment I felt, because we were not in complete control of the situation in a different city. We did our recce 2 3 times, but just before going, there was a little bit of a film star that I wanted, and they were not available last minute. I was very disappointed. That was the only moment, and that was also a moment of pure delivering, that oh no, I have to deliver my best. ये कैसे नहीं मिल रहा मुझे, मतलब उसका मुझे रोना आ रहा था टू पायल एंड दिव्या के, यार मुझे वो क्यों नहीं मिल रहा, व्हाई कांट वी गो अगेन, एंड बट वी वर गोइंग फॉर द रिट्रीट द नेक्स्ट डे, बट it all worked out miraculously.
Please.
That Bombay retreat,
We had the
you
best
both
times.
were there with us,
We had the best times.
Yeah.
From vada pavs being delivered in the bus to going to meet the Sugar Cosmetics owners. You did it all.
Yeah,
From
I mean,
Bade, we went to see the Ganesha. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, it was my first. I had gone, but this was like Mumbai. Seeing it through your eyes, Mehak, was amazing.
it was
for
all of us, and that collective energy. I mean, we went viral.
I don't even
The
want to
Bombay
know
trip
that you
went-
had this moment, because like everything was so well done, so well organized. We all had a great time.
Yeah.
I remember, all our friends went, okay, let's dress up properly. Let's
Yeah.
wear this. Let's look like
I
this.
remember you in your Anamika Khanna, Deepa, at NMACC.
And so it was amazing. It was
I
really
mean, that
amazing.
Bombay trip went viral on Instagram thanks to the team. And so, to answer your question, I loved every bit of being the chairperson, and no complaints. I mean, complete gratitude to the past chair council, to the team for choosing me. It was the most magical year.
How did your entrepreneurial instincts in sales, marketing, community building shape the way you led Flow? Did you ever use any of
Absolutely.
those talents there?
Yeah, Deepa, I'll tell you why and how. I just felt that we have to make Flow Bangalore a brand. It has to become a brand on social media, in events, in the city, in the country. People should come to us with their money and say, please take our money and give me 2 minutes talking time on the stage. I want to associate with this brand. So the goal was to make it a fresh, young, happy energy brand. So that was all my sales and marketing experience in my business and NDTV. And the selling, I mean, you got us all the sponsorship, and a lot of members, started raising membership in kind, right? With venues, with sponsors and gifts, etc. So the way we positioned Flow Bangalore, right, as a luxury community empowering organization, and then the way we started monetizing it, that was amazing. All of us, not just me, but all our skill sets of sales and marketing and branding came to the fore.
No, we have to give it to our members. They're really generous. They
Absolutely.
are really, really generous, because I see it, and I've been with them, and you just have to talk to them, ask them, and they're so forthcoming. It's amazing, whether it's from food to gifts to everything. Really, you are
Absolutely.
right about that. So, did you ever feel a burnout because you juggle so many things, being a mother, being an entrepreneur, flow, friends, husband, children? Do you ever have those moments like, oh, it's so tiring, I need a break?
See, you are never tired, Deepa. How can I say I'm tired?
No, not
You
like
are
that. We all do.
you are
We
juggling
all do.
100
Come
more
on.
things than me.
No, but you're
So
also a social media queen. I mean, there are so many times it's nice sometimes when I see, because see, it's an art. Let me tell you, it's an art to be on social media and to put the right information out there. Whether you're somebody who have been very, magnanimous by sharing your family, sharing children, in terms of like your life, what goes through it, and how
right.
you do it. And sometimes it's when we see a workout post, we're like, okay, I think I need to work out. I need to get to the gym. Heck's looking great. So, everybody, it's like an inspiration without, it's a very
That's so sweet.
indirect or a direct inspiration for so many who like, let's try it. She's just doing it at home. Let me try and do this. So, I'm just saying it's the mindset of how we need to change to look at everything positive.
Absolutely.
So, how do you do it all?
Deepa, first of all, again, you are so gracious for saying such kind words to me. And I know
No,
you
it's
give
the truth.
so much love for my daughters always. And, I would post their pictures here and there when I was the floor chairperson also on the group. And so many people later came to me and told me, we miss your gudiyas ka pictures. We miss your gudiyas ka pictures. But that's so kind of you. And as I said, that's the power of social media. And I think it's beautiful that not just you, but me, we get influenced and inspired by our friends more than anything else. Burnout, Deepa, at 40, I think there's a switch that goes on in every woman's body and mind. That switch is prioritize yourself.
Yes,
And I hope
100%.
I'm making sense here because that switch went on for me last year when I turned 40, and it's a magical switch. I prioritize myself over anything.
Amazing.
So if I need to play with the kids, spend 4 5 hours working, then take a nap, go for a workout, not go socialize, cancel a dinner, not commit for something I don't wish to, I do it. Prioritizing yourself, I think, again, is a skill set that I've learned at 40, like all of us do. The power of no is fantastic. And I think you only learn it at the age of 40. The power of saying no, that no is a full sentence. You can say no. That's been the most powerful thing for me. And that leads to self care, that leads to time for yourself, then time for your partner, your family. Everything falls into place the moment you prioritize yourself. There is no question of burnout.
Amazing, Mehak. So we come to a segment 4. It's the Sahasra question. Thanks to our partners for this podcast
Thank you,
and
Sahasra.
our sponsors. So their question, and it is a question that we ask each and every guest. So you've built Palak and Mehak into a brand that dresses clients worldwide. If you were to expand or scale in the next few years, what kind of foundation are you laying today to support that growth?
Great question, Deepa. Makes me think so much about my vision, our vision, Palak and my vision and business plan. Number one is invest in a fantastic team. That's my learning from Flow, which I implement in my business. Have a very good team. Have few people, but they should be the best at what they are doing, and cherish them, love them, respect them. Number two is have your numbers very clearly. That's the foundation, which is imperative. Your number, a healthy bank account, a healthy accounting practice, a healthy profit and loss statement. Know your numbers and build it year on year. Have your sales targets every year. Build it year on year. That is the foundation, and scale at your own pace, right? We started with online, then we started supplying to multi-designer online stores like Purnia's Pop-Up, Aza, Ogan. Then we started supplying to multi-designer physical stores, right? When we felt we were ready. And then 2 years ago, we started doing exhibitions. Uh, And past year until now, we have done the maximum exhibitions we could. So scale it at your pace, but keep scaling it year on year. So the three factors I feel is invest in a good team, have your numbers very correctly and build on them, and keep scaling every year at your own pace, but always scale up if you want to thrive and succeed in this business. Don't be stagnant at the same point. So that's the foundation of our business.
All right, Mehak, time to switch gears. This is Off the Cuff, where we get instinctive, fun, and fast. You have chosen to do both this or and rapid fire. So let's go. Jaipur or Bangalore?
Jaipur, Bangalore, Bombay, Goa.
Sister or solo founder?
Always sister founder, Palak.
So Instagram reels or quiet strategy sessions?
Instagram reels with superb strategy.
Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Luxury pret or festive wear?
Luxury pret.
Okay. Hustle or flow?
Hustle.
So for the love of rapid fire, because of Karan Johar, and we all are big fans of it, so we also have our very own rapid fire, thanks to our Sue. So with just one word, main character energy or quiet power?
Always main character energy.
One word that defines you right now?
Happy.
Current obsession, fashion or life?
Life with a lot of fashion.
Fabric you're loving the most these days?
Malmal in the heat.
I'm sure. A moment that made you feel truly proud?
I think being the flow chair person that whole year.
Nice. Your signature vibe in 3 words?
High statement making.
What instantly puts you in a good mood?
Punjabi music.
I see that. I know that's always been
AP
on your thing.
Dhillon, Karan Aujla, Guru Randhawa, Punjabi music.
Amazing. So now we come to segment 6. It's a signature closing question. So if you could leave the Flow community, 1,500 plus women, and everyone listening to a podcast, entrepreneurs, leaders across Bangalore, with one line, one thing to carry into the week, what would it be?
One thing that our 1,500 amazing members can do is master the skill of being happy. Be happy no matter what. If you are happy, everything falls into place. Be the best version of yourself, be the best you, be a happy person.
So thank you, Mehak. We come to the end of the podcast and it was so lovely. And I must say, there are a lot of things even I didn't know and amazing. And I wish you all the very best. Wish you all the very best for Palak and Mehak. And as I said, one day I would want to be shopping it in most parts of the world.
Thank you so much, Deepa. Thank you so much to you and the team for having me on your beautiful podcast journey. I wish you the best for the Flow year. I know you're going to knock it out of the park. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you always for such kind and supportive words.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story, your pivots, and your wisdom with us today. I know our listeners, especially the Flow community, will carry so much of this forward. To everyone listening, this is Beyond the Bio, Flow Bengaluru's flagship podcast, powered by Sahasra Property Capital. If you love this conversation, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe, follow, and stay tuned for more real conversation with real leaders. And remember, this is where it gets real. See you next time.